Hello everybody and welcome to EU4. This time we're gonna do a little guide on the Timurids, because they're a bit of a special nation, always have been, both in the previous patches when this was all one area controlled by the Timurids, as well as now with them being severely weakened and having a bunch of insubordinate vassals, really. Now, this might seem a bit difficult managing all of your vassals, especially knowing that you have a special leader that makes sure that they're not prone to breaking free, but it's actually very easy, and with a bit of luck and hopefully with this guy not dying anytime soon, you should be able to integrate all of your vassals to the point that the only vassals that are left won't be as disloyal to you, and you'll be able to integrate them at your own leisure. Now, since a lot of liberty desire comes from relative power, both from your power and your vassal's power, it is highly prudent to build up your army as soon as possible. Luckily, as the Timurids, you have quite a lot of money, especially with loyal vassals, so you should definitely build up your army, and make sure to use Muslim foot soldiers, which are the infantry units, because they're a lot cheaper and essentially the power ranking will still be the same, so it's a cheap way to buff up your strength compared to your vassals. And since you're dealing with a lot of vassal management, which means both opinion as well as diplomatic reputation, it is very prudent that you choose lenient taxation, which gives you 1 bonus diplomatic reputation as well as less liberty desire in your country. But also you can go for a diplomatic reputation guy should you need him. Right now we don't need him, so we're just gonna count on this being enough for now. Improve relations with our vassals while they're all still loyal, and hopefully by the time either our leader dies or anything else happens, the relations are high enough to the point that a loss of a few diplomatic reputation points or our leader dying won't really be making much of a difference. Now, since military strength is very important when dealing with the relationships between you and your vassals, what you also should do is focus on military so you can get that Tech 4 as early as possible, which will give you a huge bonus compared to your vassals and will make sure that they are definitely not willing to rebel against you. Now, since most of your vassals are loyal at this point, you can definitely use them to declare a war on someone else, like Ajam for example. You have a lot of cores against them, so it should be very easy to go and fight them. You don't even have to fight yourselves, since your vassals are all loyal to you, they will do all the fighting for you, which in turn will make them weaker compared to you, and after the war is over, you will still be even stronger than them after taking back all of your core land. Now, since our amazing ruler which held the country together died way too early for me, I could decide to fire this advisor. Since I don't really need him, I just need the points, and hire a level 2 guy over here, which would definitely help me out with the reputation bonus as well as dealing with Liberty Desire against Transoxiania. It shouldn't really be necessary to me, but just to be safe, I will take it to make sure that everyone is loyal and participates in this war, so we can finish this up as soon as possible. And there you go, this is the peace deal that we will be taking, and because we are reconquesting it, even though we're taking a lot of land for ourselves, we're not going to suffer any aggressive expansion or overextension, which means no diplomatic reputation lost, and everyone will still like us just as much. Now, at this point, it should be fairly easy to expand. Most of these guys, as you can see, are fairly loyal. You should continue improving with them. Make sure you don't really give them any land until you start integrating them. Make sure everyone's at plus 200, so we have to keep improving. And you can slowly start to expand into another direction, like I am going to do and expand to Mosasha. There we go. While we are expanding, we will continue to improve relations. We'll make sure that our strength grows while our vassals stay the same or even get weaker. We're not going to help them. We're not going to help them too much with any rebels. Sometimes we will, because it's going to give them an opinion bonus, but I don't think it's necessary at this point. And besides, our vassals are all loyal. We'll be integrating them in 3 years, and the ones that are left will be no problem afterwards. Make sure to continually build up your army size, because it will make a difference. Even though you're not going to use all of that army, just make sure that they exist so that your vassals are discouraged to ever rebel. There we go, we defeated Mushasha, we've expanded a bit more. One of our vassals is sadly still a bit annoyed. We're gonna pay him off so that we can integrate him, because it's just about time to integrate them. Now, as for the order on who you want to integrate first, you gotta make sure that you integrate Transoxiana first, as well as Khorasan and Fars, simply because those are your 3 strongest vassals, as well as those are the vassals that you have 100% cores of. So if you integrate them, what's gonna happen is that all of the land will instantly flip to you the next month, without any cost whatsoever. All of that strength is gonna go to you, and the vassals that will be left will not suffer too much from the diplomatic reputation penalty that you're gonna accrue afterwards. There you go, I've just selected all 3 of my vassals that I want to integrate. Once the month will pass, all 3 of them will integrate. I will suffer a diplomatic reputation penalty of -2, but because all of my strong guys are gone and all that I'll have left is these 2 weak guys, they won't be as mad and they won't be rebellious afterwards, and I'll be able to integrate them at my own leisure. There you go, I've integrated all 3 of them at the same time. I have way too many troops, as you can see, because I inherited all of them. I can make a bunch of states, which is gonna make it a lot more feasible for me. And you should make all of these lands that you've inherited into states, because it's quite worthwhile. You have full cores on them, you don't need extra cores to make them full states, and they're gonna give you a lot of money because of it. There you go, I've done all of my states. I still have a lot of them left, but it's gonna make sure that I have a lot more force limit to deal with, and I don't have to disband as much land as I did before. Now I can also coral this. I also finished a mission which gives me additional claims, but yeah, those I've already gotten. And yeah, that's pretty much it. At your own leisure. Oh, we got another mission. Oh yes. We will integrate our other 2 guys, and our claims also give us access to the Indian lands, which we should definitely follow if we want to be successful, because if we take the northern side of Delhi, as well as what else was there? If we take these 2 provinces over here and these 2 over here, we can form the Mughal Empire, which is pretty much one of the strongest nations in the game right now, and that's definitely something we should aspire to do so as quickly as possible. Alright, since I've talked about it, I decided, you know what, I got the claims, I'm gonna go after Kashmir, I'm gonna go after Multan, and I'm gonna go after, you know, basically everyone that has the claims that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna send my troops in. I've got a great leader still that I got from the missions, from reuniting and stabilizing my country. And it should be fairly easy to win this war, I think. And there you go, you've conquered the first piece of Delhi. Once you conquer the rest of this, you will be able to form the Mughals, which have amazing missions, as well as great ideas, and a great focus for your government. And we are just about to integrate our final vassals as well, so once this is all done, losing as the Timurids is impossible unless you really, really, really try. There we go, we've conquered all of our land that we need. We're just waiting for this truce to run out so we can take the final region over here, which will let us form the Mughals. You don't even have to take the entire region, but it is recommended that you do. You only have to take these two little provinces over here. Well, I guess you also have to take Central Doab from Jampur. That shouldn't be too difficult. We've integrated all our vassals. We're pretty much one of the biggest countries on Earth. Yeah, we're number 3 right now in the list. Very close to the Ottomans. In fact, if we had the institution right now, we'd be stronger than the Ottomans themselves, and Ming shouldn't be too far off for us anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed this video on how to make a strong Timurids and how to do the first few moves as the Timurids. Hopefully, you know, make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did. Hopefully I'll see you next time for another video, and hopefully you have a nice day. Bye bye.